Awesome, awesome. Well, thank you very much. Oh, it's good. Yeah, it's good to be back. Let's
Yes,
see
good to hear
here.
you.
I'm on my phone, not my computer, because it was dying, but there we go. Yeah, yep, here we are. So everybody can see I'm still alive. I might shut my video off just because it messes with my internet, but alive and well. All right, so where do I want to start? First of all, I'm going to give some general updates, but I want to ask everybody a question who is on this call. And those of you that are here in the United States, you all know we're going through an election that's, in my opinion, quite a shit show. And then not only that, we've got all of these disastrous hurricanes that are hitting Florida and affecting these different states. Ken, I saw you laughing. I can't help it. We all know it's true. But anyway, um, we first and foremost, all of you who are on this call, and I don't know what everybody's financial situation is. Uh, I'll just give you a little bit of my background. Single mom, raised my kids by myself, deadbeat dad, didn't pay child support. So, I mean, I had to do things on my own. So, you had to be resourceful. You had to, make sure that every day, you were out there, you know, getting things done that needed to be done so that your kids could have a good life, not a life where they struggled and couldn't, have the nicer things. And so I've always been self-employed. I've always been an entrepreneur. Pet supply stores, grooming salons, boarding, kenneling facilities. And the one thing I always told my kids, regardless, I always had customers that paid cash. And so every day, regardless of what my financial situation was that week or that month, there was always cash for gas and groceries. So they never went without when it come to that kind of stuff. But the one thing that I learned from being a single parent with a deadbeat dad for my kids was I wanted more. And so, those of you who are on this call, and maybe some of you are already wealthy, which is awesome. But those of you who have never seen that, is that what you want? Is to achieve that financial freedom where you're completely debt free? You don't have a mortgage, you don't owe car payments. The only thing you have to pay is your cell phone bill, your car insurance, and pretty much your taxes. I mean, and anything else is just, things that you want. So when I created this project, I did it with that in mind. Okay, I already am those things, and it happened because of crypto, not because of any MLM, not because of any company that I got involved with after I retired that fell apart or got shut down. Anything I've been involved in that failed or got shut down, I got called a scammer because of it. I didn't own those things, but I was a part of them, building the community, because I believed everything they said. And I finally had enough of that. And so when I created this project, I did it with the same drive I had while I was raising my kids. How do I help people create that same financial freedom that I have? And crypto is how I did it for myself. Yes, we had a good life the 25 years that I owned, and was involved in the pet industry. Everybody takes better care of their pets than they do their own kids, guys. I mean, it's crazy. I would have people come in with drawn out diagrams of how they wanted their dogs groomed for my groomers. And then they'd take their kids across the street to get a $6 haircut, but pay us, $50 a dog. It would just crack me up. But my whole point in this project was created for all of you who are involved to reach that level of financial freedom. There is no greed in this project. The community literally drives this project. And so right now, it's a baby, literally. It is just getting off the ground. You are not going to reach that financial freedom if you oversell your tokens. This is not the time to be overselling. This is the time to only sell what you absolutely have to and hold on to them. Because I'm telling you right now, this project is so powerful that everything you're mining right now can literally make you a millionaire in a year or less. But if you're selling it now, you're giving away your wealth. And I'm not lying to you one little iota bit. This project leaves 90% with the community. It puts 60% of everything that is minted back into the vault. Evolution, submitting, claiming, unlocking mining dock slots, creating challenges, leasing out your miners, creating events, the marketplace, all of these things, 90% stays with the project. That's massive. You'll never find a project in the crypto market that does this. Not even blockchains do this. You can create that level of financial freedom for yourself. And it's different for every person, but every single one of you can get there if you want it bad enough. So, what I'm telling you is even if you can't imagine it happening for you, it can. And so, those of you who have this mindset, yeah, but everything I've ever gotten into has always failed. Everything I've ever gotten into has always fallen apart. Everything I've ever gotten into has always been shut down. Guess what? This is completely decentralized. It's completely on chain. It can't be shut down. They'd have to shut down the blockchains. They can't do it. Okay, this is here to stay. I'm not paying you. I'm not the custodian of your money. I never see your money. It's yours. So all I'm trying to explain to you guys, and I'm not giving you financial advice. Okay, I'm giving you common sense advice. If your goal is to not just pay your bills, but is to become financially free, debt free, and reach a level, your level, whatever that means to you, of financial wealth, do yourself a favor and hold your tokens as long as you can. Try to apply an 80-20 rule, at least for now, because I'm going to tell you that 1 year from now, those of you who are not are going to be crying like little baby ball babies in your soup. Okay. The juice in that soup is all going to be your tears. Seriously, I'm telling you, because you will be wanting to kick your own butt. Have you ever beat yourself up? You will be. I'm telling you right now. Hold what you can. Sell what you have to, but hold what you can, because we've got major teams that are coming in. We have major plans for this project. We are just about to launch the MoveQuest rebranded app. It's amazing. You'll absolutely love it. It makes the onboarding so much easier. It will include the challenges. A couple of weeks later, we're going to release the leasing feature. So now you'll be able to lease out your miners. In the next day or two, you'll see the farming contract come out. So now you'll be able to farm more MoveQuest tokens. We're also going to have a release with that reserve contract that's holding the additional 2,500 MoveQuest tokens. You'll see how many tokens you've accumulated in that reserve contract. Okay, so that you know what belongs to you in that reserve. And then when it's time, it'll start making those available to you, okay, as it begins to need them from the contract. So those of you that want to farm, you'll be able to deposit your MoveQuest tokens into the farming contract. And depending on how long you're farming, will determine how many MoveQuest tokens that you'll earn from that farming. The reserve contract, it'll also let you know how many tokens you have in reserve, which is great because that's also future wealth for you. Imagine just those being held for you right there is huge. So like if you guys from August 1st to let's say today, let's say you mined 1,000 MoveQuest tokens, you've still got another 1,000 MoveQuest tokens coming. So everything you've already mined, double that. That's what's in the reserve contract for you. So I keep hearing people say the amount of MoveQuest that's coming out every day is less and less and less. Well, it's kind of a good thing because what we need right now is for the overselling to slow down. And so with us not increasing the amount of MoveQuest that you're getting right now, it's actually shrinking the amount that's available. In fact, I'm going to tell you exactly what the minting contract, when people come in and they mint their miners to date, 45,790 MoveQuest tokens. has been returned back to the vault. Now, at today's market value, and as this goes up, those tokens become even more valuable. But at the moment, I'm just going to tell you what that is. 45,790. That is almost $1 million right there in and of itself. That if we didn't have the 60% going back to the vault for future mining beginning in the year 2060, guarantee you those would probably already been sold too. Those don't go into circulation until the year 2060. The evolution contract has purchased 239,082 MoveQuest tokens since August 1st. That's huge. There's only been, as of tomorrow, 175,000 that's gone into distribution from mining. So the evolution contract has already purchased all over 100,000 of the initial liquidity raise. And we had 220,000 that went out for that. And then we had 100,000 that we listed. So it was 320,000. So the evolution contract is almost absorbed what was already just from the liquidity raise and the I'm losing my train of thought, and the liquidity raise and the listing. So that's huge. That's a massive amount of MoveQuest token that has been absorbed. So at the moment, the community is holding. I'm going to tell you exactly here in just a second. 264,755 MoveQuest tokens out of almost 500,000 that have already gone through circulation. And so that's huge. So we keep removing them from circulation. Otherwise, we wouldn't be holding the market value that we are right now if we didn't have this in place within the ecosystem. And the self-sustaining portion with the liquidity provision as well. Let me go through my notes here, guys. Sorry. Okay. Pricing, fees. We're going to go over the fees. So tomorrow we'll announce exactly what the fees are going to be, but the mining fees are going to be based on the type of miner that you have and not straight across the board. The Omega miners, they earn a lot more from the mining than obviously the Lennies do. We want the Lennies to still be beneficial for people to mine with. And so Lennies will have their percentage of fee that they'll pay. So that will be decreasing. So all of you who are mining with Lennies, it will decrease. The average Lenny right now, if you're maxing out, this doesn't include your intensity tiers. It doesn't include the element bonus or the attribute bonus. Okay, that would be an addition. But the average Lenny miner is making about $1.47 a day based at the current market value of MoveQuest. So that's about, if you're mining with 8 Lennies, you're making about $12 or so a day in the mining. Now, if you're mining with the Omega miners, that's a different story. Some people are making anywhere from 100 to 150 a day. I've even heard people are making over 200 a day, even at today's market value, because of the different mining bonuses and stuff they got when their miners were minted. And so with that being said, the submission fees are going to be applicable to the type of miner that you're mining with. So Omegas will contribute more to the ecosystem because they're taking more from the ecosystem. And the Lennies will not pay as much in the fees because they're not receiving as much as the Omegas. So that should give some of you a relief who are mining with the Lenny miners. Now, I would encourage everybody to upgrade your miners as quickly as you can, because once we do increase the amount of MoveQuest that goes out every day, you'll slide right into that. You won't have to pay for it then. Right now, we've got 5,465 Lennies that are mining. We have 5,149 primaries that are mining. We have 1,785 ultras. We have 7,141 alphas. And we have 10,857 omegas. Total number of miners in the mining decks are 30,443. So what we really want to see is these Lennies and these primaries start upgrading into those ultras. So we are going to do a little bit of a, I don't know, we're going to do like a 3 hour blitz. And it's going to be tomorrow. And I think we're going to do it from noon to 3. So those of you that want to upgrade from your Lenny to your primary, we're going to discount it just a bit for 3 hours for those of you that missed it when we before we increased it last week. So you guys will have just that. It's only going to be for 3 hours. So you're going to want to be, on target. You want to be ready to go if you want to do that. And so we're going to help you get boosted up at least into those ultras for those of you that want to, and especially those of you that want to lease. If you have extra miners, it's going to be a very competitive market. Okay, you'll be able to lease your Lenny primaries, Ultra Alpha Omegas, but I guarantee you that people who have the Ultra Alpha Omegas are going to go the fastest. People are going to stake to those before they would a Lenny or a primary, just because the rewards would be a lot higher. Security, you guys, I've got to tell you this. Okay, it's really getting ridiculous. For those of you, you've got to make it clear to everybody. First and foremost, there's only one Brandon Ivy. There's only one Ken, one Herschel, one Chad. There's only one Kathleen. There's only one Janae. There's only one Clayton. There's only one Mike. Okay, there are not 3 or 4 or 5 of them. And you'll go to the Telegram chat and you'll see them all over the place. Okay, they're contacting you guys, direct messaging you. Okay, our teams will never directly message you. We are not going to send you a link to update your password. We are not going to do any of that. If you want to make sure that what you're doing is secure, go to our customer support Zoom, where you can physically see a person and know it's them. Because those of you who do not listen to us and you hop off into some direct message and you're hacked and it's happening on a daily basis, we cannot help you. We've been able to, but once we launch into the rebrand of MoveQuest, them days are over. We've updated and are in the process of completing the updating of our contracts. So we're starting with some better contracts. Our previous contracts are the bomb anyway. They're great, but we've made some enhancements to them and gives us a little bit, makes it a little better for all of you. And I'm not talking about the contracts that are handling your money. I'm talking about like the evolution. So we do increase people who, let's say you hadn't claimed for 20 days. The current contract, if we updated it, let's say to give out 3,000 a day and you still had 30 days sitting there, you'd get the extra all the way 30 days back. So we had to make some changes in these contracts to make sure that that kind of stuff didn't happen. Once we are in a rebranded app, we can't help you if you get hacked. We cannot get your mining doc back. We cannot go and claw back your NFTs. Right now, we can go basically take them back from the hacker. Okay. But once we go into the rebranded app, we can't do this no more. It's done. So if you get hacked, you're done. You'll have to repurchase everything all over again. You have to really do your due diligence. And I've seen, like Mike just said something, there's people that are in different countries. I understand there's a language barrier, but knowing that, there's somebody that will translate for us. Okay. So if you need help, find somebody that speaks English, bring them into the Zoom with you, and then we'll do the translating. We do translating all day long. We know people from several different countries that will do the translating if you don't know somebody. Protect yourself, protect your assets. Because I'm going to tell you, you're going to be so unhappy if you spent $5,000 for 8 Omegas and you'll lose them. Because we won't be able to get them back for you. And you'll have to spend that money again. So I want you guys to just really, you've got to stop trusting people. This app and what the token is doing, it's never been seen before. And they are coming after all of you, literally. They want your money. They want your miners. So protect yourself from that. So tomorrow morning, we'll let you know what those new fees are going to be. You'll have to, pay what the fees are currently until we update that contract, and I'm guessing it'll be probably closer to the end of the day tomorrow. The rebranding of the app, they're still, testing and debugging it. We call it binding the parts together. I'm guessing that we're probably looking at probably another week. And honestly, it could even go 2 weeks. I don't even want to tell you guys when it'll be because you never know what's going to pop up. I can just tell you that we're very, very close. I will also, in the next day or two, the dates for Vegas. Right now, it's looking like it's going to be the second weekend of November. And then we'll also get something up on the site so that you guys can get the information that you need for it. But right now, the tentative plan is the second weekend of November, and it would be in Vegas. And it looks like we're going to be securing a convention hall at the Mandalay Bay. If that changes, I'll let you know. Is there any other updates? I think that's it. Security, the rebrand challenges will come out when we open up the rebranded site. Oh, one other thing. I want you guys kind of think about it and see what you come up with, some ideas. But with these horrific storms that are going through, we could do a lot of good to help out in those areas. So if any of you have any suggestions of what MoveQuest could do with our community to help these hurricane victims, even if it's just donations to the what was it, the Samaritan Purse, or a percentage of the submission fees, or maybe I don't know. We'll have to come up with something, but I'd really like to see us all do something that could help from the strength of our community. So I think that's all I have, Ken, for tonight. Thank you guys for all your well wishes. I'm feeling so much better.